Hello, welcome to episode 25 of our Ostriv Alpha 3.3 Let's Play. It is January of 1745 in our town. Last episode we passed 600 population. We added some more optimization for a lot of various production buildings. And now we're looking ahead to the future. It is episode 25 after all. We're a quarter of a century, if that's how you choose to measure time. It's, almost 24 years at this point. Probably the end of this episode, it'll be a quarter century. So where do we want to go from here? Obviously, there's people that are having financial problems, so let's go ahead and give them some money. Not those people. No, I had it. There you go. Not those people. So there's income inequality here. It's quite severe. Someone posted on the Ostriv subreddit today a theory for doing economy things. And now you see I've got my wages set way high, my market price rate way high, and my rent way low. That was a tongue twister. Now the person that I was looking at their post said that they had their wage set to 0.2 for basic wage and laborers. Their market prices were set to like 30%. And their rent was higher than I have it now, which is interesting. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's lower this to 100. Let's lower this to 1.5. And let's raise the rent to 0.5. See what happens with that. So I think we're going to try gradually to lower our prices, especially if we're going to have to rely so much on import and export. Because if our prices are so much higher than export prices, there's really no incentive for me to do export, but it's an easy way to make a bunch of money at once. Anyway, so we have a clear building queue, and there's not really a whole lot going on, so we need a way to make some money. We need to make sure that our production is the way it should be. We have 2 batches of hide tanning here. We have none here. We're waiting on salt. And we can't call any messengers because we don't have any money. So it would behoove us to have some more messengers come from other towns. Anyway, let's take a good hard look at our employment here. We have about 30 open vacancies. That will change when fishing reopens and it's planting season. Right now, people are just kind of doing whatever they're going to do. We have our cow sheds are stocked up pretty well. We adjusted the pig sties a couple episodes back. Wagon sheds are doing their thing. We don't really need to add any shoemakers or anything. Assuming these, okay, they need help with that. Carpentry is bafflingly slow, as it usually is. Just on the surface, this reduction in wage and market price has been fruitful. So our local sales are just, well, now they're actually kind of ahead of the salary, but they seem to be kind of equalizing each other. We also get the benefit of housing rent. When we have export, we'll get that as well. But we also will have to import some stuff. But if we further optimize our economy, I'm sure there's going to be people that will comment about that with different strategies. As we continue to optimize our economy, we will figure out eventually how this is supposed to work. But these people are starting to run out of money and food. Not really. They're making money. They're just really slow. Oh, did that family move out? No? Guess I was just seeing something. Anyway, so one of the things we did, I can't remember if it was last episode or the episode before that, we had this little market area get built. People are still working here. Granary is still doing its thing. So this is going to be kind of a new area to focus on over here. I know we have a bunch of trees right here. We can kind of add some more houses, but there's a bunch of trees in the way. So that will require, I always go the wrong way, that will require some people to Come chop some trees. Now, this won't be the most beautiful thing in the world, but you know how this goes. It's not a beauty simulation, it's a 18th century Ukrainian city simulation game, so you know it is what it is. We have another house here, we have another house here, we have a little space in the middle here. We can start putting probably another house here. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll do one more here, see if we can get it to match. It's going to be kind of hard to get all these to match the way I want them to, so we'll just leave that like that. Then we can put, I don't know why I just didn't just hold shift. Now, if you've been watching me long enough, you understand I do a lot of things that aren't really smart just because I play the game for the sake of playing the game and not for being right. Anyway, so there's a house there. Let's try another house behind it. It's not actually going to let me connect that. Anyway, we can worry about that later. We've got 5 houses, rather, and they've got a whole bunch of trees to get rid of, so that'll give the forestry something to do. Speaking of, let's check on these. Alright, so they've cleared out a pretty decent space, but they still have to get all of this, and then this down here as well. Oh, messenger. What are we going to sell them today? Nothing that we really need. Sunflower oil. Yeah, we can sell them a whole bunch of that. Horseshoes, we can sell them some of those. And I don't think we have anything else. No, we don't stock chicken eggs. No, we don't. Yeah, no. So that's fine. That'll make us a little bit of money. We don't really need to... No, we have... we're okay not buying honey. Should be at least. Let's see what our granaries are. No, that one doesn't have honey. I always forget. Oh, there's none of that one. That's not even stocked in that granary. I don't know why I always... Maybe we don't have honey unless it's in... No, it's not even stocked in that one unless it's in the trading post. No, it is. Okay. So you know what? That's not that bad. That's a-okay. We have our fishing docks are mostly all hired out. We finally have all of our boats. And our farms are being planted. Should be at least. Let's check this one. Yeah, looking fine. Except plow needs repair, and that how has this plow still not been delivered? It's been 800 years. Are they waiting on oxen? Well, at any rate, I don't think it would hurt. Well. We have 4 oxen here. What happens if I... No, I cannot cancel the order. Okay. Wow. I spent the past how many episodes trash talking the carpentry, and all I had to do was make oxen? Boy, I feel stupid. But hey, I said it, what, 3 minutes ago? I don't make smart choices when I play this game. Now, how does this only have 2 fields where... whatever. So this farm, all of them are operating pretty well, I would say. Except this one somehow has managed to have 3 fields fallow at the same time. That's, no, that's a consequence of me having 5 fields in this rotation instead of just 4, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Okay, well that's just going to happen. That's how it be sometimes. Finances are looking actually much better. I think it might cause some problems for people, but we can figure that out. It's not that big of a deal. A little bit of financial help here and there if it means more stable finances is not a bad thing. It's going to take, of course, as soon as I start doing this, everyone keeps popping up that they need financial help. But, nah, you have 2 jobs, you're fine. Anyway, yeah, they're going to take 800 years to build these 5 houses over here. But we can't really do anything here until there's more stuff built out. And we can't really do anything down here until these trees go away. But what we can do is start planning out this area right here. Now we have our tannery, we have our slaughterhouse, we have a wagon shed. We can either put more houses over here, or we can start building other production buildings. But we don't really have the raw input of resources to justify building any of these. So I'm almost tempted to just build more houses. In fact, that's probably not the worst idea. The fact that we will need... I somehow managed to do the wrong way again. Well, you know how it goes. It's so hard to get these to line up. I just want... I know we have 90 angle rotation. I just want detents at 90-degree angles, and I guess I realize that's not super realistic given that this is a city building game. But, you know, sometimes people just don't want reasonable things, you know? Alright, so we have a house there. We have another house here. We have another house here. Almost. Yes, I'm aware these don't quite line up, but you know what? That's fine. We don't really care. We're just here to play a soothing game that's not city skylines. Alright, so we have now... I'll line that up a little bit. That, and we will give this the old flippy floppy and come back up here. And then we'll deal with that messenger momentarily. And somehow that removed my house selection, so that's strange. Let's do that. Alright, here. Let's put a couple more. Alright, and now that gives our forestry something to do. Let's check this messenger out. Again, we're going to try not to buy anything. Sunflower oil we can sell. Horseshoes. I guess technically we can sell them 9 horseshoes. Is this the same city that just came by? I can't remember. It might be. Now we have 4, 8, 12, 14 houses in the queue. That should take pretty much the entirety of the rest of the episode to build. And hopefully will help equalize our labor force a little bit. I know someone posted something, it might have even been that same thread where the guy was talking about the economy, that you can really cripple yourself if you build out housing too much. I can't imagine anyone would ever do that, no? Now, surely no one has ever in the history of an Ostriv Let's Play just built for the sake of having a population number and not actually the economy, right? No? Maybe that's just me. Anyway, it's time to start thinking about what's going to go up here. So the most logical thing, I think, would be more houses. I know, I just literally made a joke about building too many houses, but, you know, there's only so many farms you can make. We have a farm here and a farm here. It just makes sense to have more houses here. We should probably try to keep the farms to 7 or 8 fields apiece. Most likely 7, but this forestry is getting a little far here. So you know what that means. Let's go ahead and get forestry working in here in a space where we won't have to wait 800 years for them to remove trees. Trying to get to 3 if I can. Ah, there's a 3. Oh, right there. So you know what that means. We don't know how to utilize the queue correctly, so we're just going to pull it right up to the front. So this forestry will remove these trees. They will start building this forestry. We can get rid of this guy, and they can more efficiently work here. Get rid of these trees, and then once all these are gone, it's time for more houses. And so we'll probably have houses here. And then maybe up around here we'll have a market type thing. So ultimately it's going to require that we expand further north. Wow, we actually can't fit the... Okay, we technically can if I rotate. Here comes that slowdown about halfway into the episode. The game will... Extreme slowdown. We can actually, if we are very careful, fit the entirety of our buildings, minus these couple houses up here that are just covered up by the little status bar, and one forestry here, we can fit pretty much the entirety of the map that we've built out into this overhead view. We've built in a pretty good portion of the map down here, but we haven't done anything with this huge open area up here. But I don't want to get to that until we have a bunch of this built out. Anyway, they've got 2 trees left to build this forestry, and then we'll check back on them in a little bit. Let's check back in our economy right now. Yes, we look at this. We have a pretty nice surplus coming in. Nobody's moved out because they don't have any money. Of course, you know what that means is it's going to immediately happen. But now we've got salary expenditures about 3,000 so far. Pretty much exactly halfway through the year. Local sales, housing, rent, and export are substantially higher than that, which is good. I would like this deficit to be a little bit narrower, or surplus to be wider rather, so let's lower the wages just a tiny bit, because there are a lot of people that don't have money, but there are also some houses that have just an insane, and that's just one random one I clicked on. I think the mayor has 348 now. I realize he gets paid more, but you know, I don't think it's such a bad thing to mess with the money like that, because you know, if you die in this game or you move out, these people, well, they don't have any money. But people with money, like, when these 2 people die, that money's just going to disappear. It doesn't get passed down to anybody. So really, there's no advantage to you having people with a lot of wealth if your town has negative resources. You build the house, you build the production stuff, and they work the jobs and they get paid. You basically own everything anyway, so what's the point in paying people a bunch of money? They're just going to spend it on stuff that you're doing. So we have a lot of people that are unemployed for some reason, even though there's all these open vacancies. That probably, I'm guessing, is just me not planning correctly and having too many houses in one area where there's not a lot of jobs. So maybe that's something I could work on improving. But this forestry is done. So let's just go ahead and get these people working here. And we are going to get rid of this forestry after we make it empty. So they have to process all logs, so we'll make it empty. And we'll leave 2 guys there. And then again, man, these people just keep coming back. Well, good thing is we have a whole bunch of sunflower oil we can sell you, and a couple more horseshoes. We're just chipping away slowly. What are you crying about now? Okay. So they have to process all of their logs. They have 1 log they've got to turn into either firewood or just regular wood, and I guess they're going to do that pretty soon. Yeah, it's this 1 log right here. They just got to process it, and then we can empty it. They might even empty this log into another forestry, in which case we can just immediately get rid of it. Well, they're emptying it. Yeah, they made a log out of it, I guess, or firewood, geez. So they just need to empty it, and then I think that's what they're about to do right now. Yep, we got workers going in and out of here, or laborers rather, getting rid of that, and then once it's empty, yeah, load up the wagon. There you go. Once this is empty, then I think they've already... Wow, we haven't hired anyone here yet? Wonder why that is. Maybe they're not there must be some sort of truth to this proximity thing. That's the only explanation that makes any sense. Anyway, they've got to figure that out. Let's make double sure we can't sell anything. I guess we could sell some more sunflower oil. We don't stock sunflowers. No, we don't stock buckwheat. No, we need that. Dried fish we don't make. Lime, absolutely not. We need that for tanning. But we do need salt. So if Derkachi wants to come along and give us some salt, that would be fantastic. Let's check this graveyard right here. We've got... Just 1 person died on this side? I thought more people had died. This is kind of a nice headstone they've got here. A little marble cover on it. Uh-oh, we got tandem fishing going on here. Uh-oh. A gruesome collision. Yeah, here's number 2. Pathfinding in this game is interesting. Anyway, so this is empty. Let's go ahead and get... Well, we don't need to prioritize that. No one's hired there anyway. Have people started working here yet? No. Why is that? It's got to be an issue of job proximity. That's the only thing I can think of. No, somebody else died. That's what happens when I talk about us and not having a whole lot of dead people. But these houses over here just keep getting built. They keep getting rid of more and more trees. Are they building any of these yet? No, they have to go through the queue first. This forestry is still chugging along at maximum speed. Interesting. Wow, they sold 25,000 firewood last year. That is quite a bit. Farms are beginning to harvest. We're looking pretty good. It's already September. I guess this is what happens when I leave the game at 12 times speed for the entire episode here. Dare I say we're in a pretty good run here as far as food production goes. Pigs have multiple months of food. Now that could just be because I bought a whole bunch of food a couple years ago. But no, there's still over 6,000 potatoes in this granary alone. What about this one? Well, there's only 200 potatoes in that one, so... yeah, it's looking okay. This granary is looking decent. Oh my god, we have 8,000 pork and 9,000 sallow. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. We might have actually figured out animal supply by this point. I don't think any of these have an excess. Well, 600 chicken meat is nothing to sneeze at. 70, 10. Well, we could probably do some more chickens, I guess. Have they started working here yet? No, still hiring. That's... interesting. Do we want to build more chicken coops? No, somebody else died. I mean, we've got a whole... We have so... Let's count how many chickens we have. We have 30 here. Wait, we have 30 at every single coop. So how many is this? 1, 2... You know, I always do this. I never click the next button. This is a force out of habit. All right, we're going to click this right button and we're going to count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This just take me to the same one. 8. I'm assuming we have 8. Nope. Yeah, there's 8. Okay. So 8 times 30 is math. That is 240 chickens. 240 chickens. We have 15, 22. Good lord. Oh, that's all these... Oh my god. All these baby boars we can just kill. They don't serve any purpose. All right, so we have... At this point, we probably have over 600 animals at least. Got 1, 2, 3, 4... We just have the 4 pigsties? Nice, we have, effectively we have, just say, 60 pigs. These people again? How much sunflower? I'm almost out, dude. I can't keep selling this to you. So we got 60 pigs, 240, we got 300 just between pigs and chickens. Cows? I don't even know. Let's just say these are all full. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... We have 8 cow sheds. If you have 8 times 20 is 160. Yeah, we've got theoretically, if you don't even count horses, we have over 400 animals. That's quite a lot. If you count horses, well, I guess they eat food, so horses we probably have over almost 500 if you count horses. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Someone's going to call me an idiot, but that's how it goes. No, we can't send a messenger. Or can we? Nope. Okay, that's too bad. I need these people to show up because I need salt. I can't make any more, Can't make any more tanned leather until I have more salt. That's what they're all waiting on. I've got plenty of everything else. Do we at least have shoes? No leather for shoe production. No leather for horse tack production. There is some tack. Yeah, most of these have tack. I think that, oh, that one's just about out. They need shoes. Well, we have horseshoes. Got some shoes. All right. We really need salt, and we can't get it until our finances. But look at this. Our balance is, well, I was going to say over 1,000, but then it jumped down. Yeah, so our balance is hovering around 1,000. Yeah, there we go. That's a good start, but it's going to be real lean for a couple years if we don't get Derkachi coming over here and offering to sell us some salt, which of course will put us further in debt, but you know that's how that goes. I think people will adjust to the not making quite as much money, hopefully. Oh, there's a lot of open vacancies. And yet there's still nobody working at this forestry. They must be doing something wrong. I don't want to pay people more money. I think I'm still paying these. Oh, these are full anyway. Oh no, we don't need this to be 150%. We can fix that. 48. Yeah, that can go way down. So that way they're not incentivized. But these are all full anyway. So I think we're probably okay. Now, there's a bunch of people complaining. No, you have 45. Okay, it's this one. The little tooltip is kind of deceptive where it floats depending on how far you're zoomed out. Yeah, you're making money. Stop complaining. Oh, these people are actually out of food. You got some money? Yeah, there you go. You're buying food. Good job. You've got money. Well, the idea is eventually these people will pump all their money back into our coffers. But I don't think that's really going to happen without some sacrifices being made. Anyway, this house construction is going pretty slow because they still have to get rid of a bunch of trees. Yeah, they're getting some trees done here. 15 left. Good lord. Well, anyway, it's going to take them a while to do that. It is just about December, so we're almost out of time. Let's check our farms. Yeah, we've got, I think they're all harvested. They just have to collect the bundles. And I should actually pay attention and see when the uncollected bundles disappear. I'm still working on the farm video. It's a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. That is the next one coming out, hopefully. It will be within a few days after this goes up. But we'll see. Anyway, here comes the snow. Let's watch and see when these bundles disappear. I think it shouldn't be until just about January, but it could also be toward the end of December. Oh, you know what we did? Is we went down to 1 worker per farm starting in December. And they are... This 1 worker is not going to be able to collect all this. They don't have any laborers here. But this farm has a bunch of laborers. So I'm guessing... Okay, we have 1 guy working here. That's good. But I think all of these crops... This is our entire harvest, pretty much. They better... Yeah, let's just for the time being help them get all this out. Because I do want to see when they disappear, but I don't want to waste an entire harvest. We'll just have to fix that later. If there's some... I always click the wrong one. Yeah, they're not going to harvest all this. Even with all the extra people I hired. So these are gradually disappearing. No? Okay. I saw it start to happen, I want to say late December, the last time that I noticed it. So this should be well into the 4th week at this point. If not, starting very soon. So apologies if this is knowledge you already knew, but this is me actually discovering for the... Man, these people again? Alright, there's going to be a couple bundles left, and it's about to be January, which of course will mean the end of this episode, and also the end of those crops, most likely. So we have now 2 bundles over there. Oh, they're going to do it to me. Oh, well, it stayed through January. Of course, we're gonna end this episode real quick in a sec. Wow, there's still bundles here in January. I thought for sure they would have disappeared. Interesting. Of course, now we have to find out, because you know how that goes. There's one left here. Well, shoot, we might not ever find out now. Just make sure we haven't screwed up our seasonal hiring, and we have. Yeah, let's do that. Fix that back up. We will readjust our labor rates to be down on that one, and then way down on that one because it's a smaller farm. This one can go down to 120. Nope, didn't want to click that. This one can go down to 120 as well. Yep. Well, anyway, it's January 1746. I got to get out of here for now. Look at all these people running out of money. Isn't it great? And water. How's that possible? There's wells everywhere, my dudes. Just go get some water. All right, looks like that's what they're doing. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a comment, get subscribed if you're not already. There's still about 75% of you watching these videos who are not subscribed. Just hit the button. It's easy. Anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks so much.